What's up? What's going on? Hide and read. Got a booktube book haul video for you. There'll be a bunch. Not that there's not a ton of these already, it's just I'm going to have a lot more because I'm relocating and I need to greatly condense my library, and at the same time there's just lots of great material in this area and I want to bring some of it with me. So let's get right into it. The book haul. How should we start this? How about like this? This first book I'm going to show you, and then I don't think I've ever read anything um, on this channel, but at the end of the video, I'm going to just read the first two paragraphs from this book because I think it relates to, yeah, something that we talk about on here sometimes. And this is Mr. Courier and Mr. Ives by Russell Krauss. Courier and Ives was I guess like I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what a lithograph is. Maybe I think they're lithographs, but they're like these hand painted portraits that were very common in American homes. It was like kind of a piece of artwork that people could afford, and basically everybody had one in their house, and at least one, and is more like journalistic. Is like a way for people to yeah, to have the news. Like if it was in your house, then you could talk about it, and it's like a form of journalism, basically. Um, yeah, I'll show you a couple. Yeah, they're really cool and beautiful, and a lot of them were hand painted as well. So maybe you'll recognize a couple. Maybe you know about Courier and Ives, and you could educate me because I don't know too much outside of what I just told you. I'm sure I'm going to learn a bit more from this book. This book found me. This is one of those ones, and you'll see what's going on when if you make it to the end of the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. This book is from 1930, and I went to a library book sale, and sometimes outside the library book sale, they'll have books that they're not selling. They're just free, like please take them. This was one of them. I don't know. I think because maybe the stain, and it's in a little bit of rough condition, but it just needs just a little bit of love, and it's going to be a wonderful book, you know? It's just a little beat up, but we've seen worse around here, right? You kind of get used to it when you yeah, you start handling these old books that condition is not exactly, it's not the same for every book. Like if I get yeah, something from the Amazon. I just said it, but spooky. If I get something from Amazon, I expect it to be pristine. If it's not, I'm returning it. But if I get something from 1930, I might need to work on it a little bit to bring it up to standard, and yeah, that's reasonable. All right, here's another one I picked up. This was at that same library sale, and I really want to read Gone with the Wind, but I need a little bit more background for Civil War, just in general. I know a little bit, but not too much. Um, I grew up in West Virginia and Pennsylvania, so I spent a lot of time as a young man just on the different battlefields, and it's kind of embarrassing, in my opinion. Uh, yeah, I feel lacking basically. So hopefully this will cure that lack. But yeah, William C. Davis, and wow, these are beautiful. And I picked them up. One day I'm gonna figure out this glare, guys. Um, yeah, I picked these up for $2 a piece. They're unread. They made a beautiful gift for Christmas or something, and just somebody never really got around to looking at them. So that was Battlefields of the Civil War. This one is Fighting Men of the Civil War. Oh, nice. And I grew up in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, which was an armory. And as a young man, I found a couple, really, like artifacts basically from Civil War era. And I lived in my dad restored pre-Civil War era house that we lived in. It was really, really cool. But yeah, playing in the backyard, I found bullets, little figurines, bottles, all kinds of stuff. So all kinds of treasures. And if you're reading Sackett's series, yeah, hopefully you have fun with Barnabas Sackett finding all these cool treasures, that he stumbles upon. The commanders of the Civil War. We should go treasure hunting, right? That would be fun. I would love to get together and meet some of you guys in person. Look at those swords. I love swords. Whew. They should be on the wall, but like I said, I'm relocating, so maybe the next spot will have a nice booktube backdrop. All right, moving on from the Civil War. We might get back there. This was at the same sale. Tao Te Ching, Lao Tzu, and this is from Shambhala Dragon Press editions, whatever, what have you. These are, can you see that? Shambhala. These are great translations most of the time. If I see them, I'll grab them because, yeah, they do a good job. Art of War, Red Pine poetry, a lot of the Zen stuff, they do very well. So, yeah, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, look out for Shambhala. Pretty common at this point, so you can find them. And this was the last one that I picked up at that sale. Really wasn't too much for me. It's mostly this Currier and Ives book. What am I talking about? Those Civil War books are great too. Last Stand, Nathaniel Philbrick, Custer, Sitting Bull, Little Bighorn. I kind of avoid this subject a little bit. I don't know why. Let's see. Have any of you read this? Or have you read, yeah, anything good about Custer's Last Stand? What is it? Battle of Little Bighorn. Excuse me. It's midnight. You can excuse me. Yeah, I'm interested, but I just kind of feel a little hesitant to, like, yeah, start studying this kind of stuff for whatever reason. No reason, really. All right, and then I traded in some books today, and then this is what I got with the store credit. So, Ren Tin Tin and the Ghost Wagon Train. And I picked this up because I had a copy of this when I was very young, and I loved it so much. I used to have a German Shepherd when I was that age, and this book, I don't really remember what happened in it, but I just remember that, yeah, the main character teams up with like a young Native American boy, and they save the day or something. I don't remember. But I do remember these, like the illustrations, and so this will be really fun and nostalgic for me to read. Yeah, I had to go home with it. This was like really, yeah, something cool to me. I don't know how I got this as a little kid, but somehow I managed to pick this up. Pretty cool. Rin Tin Tin, Ghost Wagon Train. That's the kind of thing we like around here anyway. Okay. And then this next set are all kind of related a little bit. And I was watching the back catalog over at McNulty's Book Corral, and he is a avid reader of The Gunsmith. And what I didn't realize about The Gunsmith, what is The Gunsmith? It's these kind of sultry westerns. What I didn't realize about the Gunsmith, excuse me, is that the author, J.R. Roberts, is actually Robert J. Randisi. I haven't read either of them, so I just bought these on the strength of Tom's opinion, basically, in his well-informed opinion. And so Yeah, that's the same author. And this author has written personally over 500 of these books. That's got to mean something. Um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading these. I do want to pick one of these like adult westerns to actually like, yeah, dig into a little bit. So it's a good chance that you're going to see a lot of Gunsmith, but there's other ones too that I want to read. But now I have 3 of Gunsmith. I got 3 of a couple others too. Yeah, so look out for the adult westerns. They'll be coming around soon. All right. And we were talking about pen names, so maybe you know about this. This book was in a little bit rough shape. I needed a copy. Hopalong Cassidy Returns, and Clarence Mulford. Except the later Hopalong Cassidy books, these are westerns, serialized westerns, and they were written for younger audience. Um, the later ones were written by somebody that we like around here, and a lot of you do too. I don't want to spoil it because it's fun to find this kind of stuff out. But yeah, look into Hopalong Cassidy, and if you guys know, don't spoil it in the comments for people. But yeah, Hopalong Cassidy Returns. Go look who wrote some of these later books. And another reason why I'm not telling you is because the author was this ghostwriter was not pleased when basically he was outed as the author for some of the later novels and stories. So yeah, Hopalong Cassidy, pretty cool. Then, we're reading Sackett series, so I just had to pick up Jubal Sackett, Louis L'Amour. And if you guys are looking for these leather-bound books, there's seemingly, I don't actually, I need to look into it a little bit more, but it seems like there's 2 different, do I have one laying around? There's 2 different types of these. One of them is actually leather. I don't think these are. And the ones that are actually are kind of puffy a little bit. Excuse me. And they have gilded edges. But it's actually just a lot more pleasant reading with this size book, in my opinion. And the Jubal Sackett is, I think it's number 3 or 4, something like that. So it's big. So guys, when it comes time to read Jubal Sackett, when it's one of the 2, make sure you set aside some time, because it's going to be, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the others. All right. Find something to read, find something to hide in, whatever. Okay, the video's over, and now we're at the end where I promised I would read you from Courier and Ives. And previously on the channel, a little bit, I talk about the difference between romance and romanticism, and actually what this quality of romance is. And because we just don't have the correct understanding of what this is, it's become kind of like I don't even know, like a genre kind of thing. But romance is something that's at play all the time. It's something that it's in all of our lives, and we either choose to recognize and follow it or completely ignore it. And yeah, it's just a subject that I find fascinating. So, and like I said, I think this Courier and Ives book, which was free, as the best things are, found me. So yeah, I wanted to read this little portion for you, if you don't mind, if you're still here. That's pretty cool. All right. Historians have always taken history too seriously. With the distressing faithfulness of unimaginative bookkeepers, they have set down names and dates and places. They have seen life as a parade of wooden soldiers, and they have left us the line of march. Fortunately, however, each era has had its romanticists too. Without them, our day and age would have little understanding of things gone before. They have supplemented the gaunt and annoyingly accurate chronicles of the historians with observations born of vision less constrained. From them, we have learned that men not only lived and died, but also loved and hated. So, just a little bit of something to think about, and yeah, pretty cool. All right, guys. Peace.